California launches major legal assault against Trump's chaotic tariffs. California Governor Gavin Newsom and Attorney General Rob Bonta are unleashing a powerful legal broadside against President Trump's controversial import tariffs, filing a lawsuit in federal court on Wednesday that represents the most significant challenge yet to the administration's volatile trade policies. The suit alleges that Trump's unilateral escalation of a global trade war, leveraging emergency powers to impose sweeping tariffs, is a blatant overreach of presidential authority, directly contradicting the U.S. Constitution's explicit grant of tariff-setting power to Congress. The lawsuit paints a stark picture of economic devastation inflicted upon California families, businesses, and the state's overall economy. The complaint details how Trump's on-again, off-again tariff regime, characterized by abrupt shifts and unpredictable changes, has plunged the state into a state of economic uncertainty and chaos. This unpredictable environment has wreaked havoc on businesses struggling to adapt to constantly shifting costs, forcing them to make difficult choices, including job cuts, price increases, and even business closures. Families, too, are bearing the brunt of these tariffs, facing higher prices for everyday goods and a growing sense of insecurity about the future. Attorney General Bonta, in a fiery press conference announcing the lawsuit, denounced the Trump administration's actions as an unconstitutional power grab. The president is yet again acting as if he's above the law. He isn't, Bonta declared, highlighting the sheer volume of legal challenges California has mounted against the Trump administration, a staggering 14 lawsuits in less than 14 weeks. This unprecedented legal offensive underscores the depth of California's opposition to what it views as the president's disregard for the rule of law and the devastating consequences of his policies. Bonta's statement emphasized the fundamental principles at stake. Bottom line, Trump doesn't have the singular power to radically upend the country's economic landscape. That's not how our democracy works. This declaration serves as a powerful counterpoint to the Trump administration's narrative, underscoring the importance of upholding constitutional checks and balances and preventing the concentration of unchecked power in the executive branch. The lawsuit focuses on the significant economic damage inflicted by Trump's recent imposition of a sweeping 10% tariff on nearly all imported goods, a move later partially suspended for 90 days. This chaotic approach, characterized by what the president termed Liberation Day, has created an environment of intense uncertainty, making it impossible for businesses to plan effectively and hindering economic growth. The lawsuit argues that this arbitrary and capricious approach to trade policy is not only illegal, but also deeply damaging to the American economy. California, as the nation's top agricultural exporter, with nearly $24 billion in agricultural exports in 2022, is particularly vulnerable to the fallout from these tariffs. The state's agricultural sector, encompassing the export of vital commodities like nuts, tomatoes, wine, and rice, is suffering severe repercussions from retaliatory tariffs imposed by other countries in response to Trump's actions. These retaliatory measures have significantly reduced market access for Californian products, leading to decreased revenues, job losses, and a decline in the state's overall economic competitiveness. In response to these challenges, the Newsom administration has implemented a multi-pronged approach aimed at mitigating the damage. This includes the pursuit of new trade deals with international partners to secure exemptions from retaliatory tariffs and a strategic campaign to boost Canadian tourism to California, a sector hard hit by the Trump administration's policies. Newsom described these measures as a sign of the times, reflecting the extraordinary lengths to which California is going to protect its economy and its citizens from the harmful effects of the Trump administration's actions. The lawsuit's significance extends far beyond California's borders. It represents a crucial test of the limits of presidential power in the realm of trade policy and highlights the profound economic consequences of the Trump administration's approach. The outcome will have significant implications for the balance of power between the executive and legislative branches, as well as for the future trajectory of U.S. trade policy. The lawsuit's success could potentially reshape the legal landscape governing trade, setting important precedents for future administrations and reinforcing the crucial role of Congress in shaping national economic policy. The stakes are high, and the legal battle promises to be a landmark confrontation over the fundamental principles of American democracy and the rule of law. The case is not merely a dispute over tariffs. It's a fight for the very soul of the American economic system. The eyes of the nation, and indeed the world, are upon this pivotal legal challenge.